So are you like so many of us wanting to know what to expect from the housing market in 2023? I have some helpful insight. My name is Shelley Binney and I'm your Northern Indiana realtor. So the 2022 housing market has been defined by two things: inflation and rapidly rising mortgage rates. And in many ways, it's put the market into a reset position. As the Federal Reserve made moves this year to try to lower inflation, mortgage rates more than doubled, something that's never happened before in a calendar year. And this has had a cascading impact on buyer activity, the balance between supply and demand, and ultimately home prices. And as all of those things changed, some buyers and sellers put their plans on hold and decided to wait until the market felt a bit more predictable. But what does that mean for next year? What everyone really wants is more stability in the market in 2023. And for that to happen, we'll need to see the Fed bring inflation back down even more and keep it there. Here's what housing market experts say that we can expect for next year. So what is ahead for mortgage rates in 23? Moving forward, experts agree it's still going to be all about inflation. If inflation is high, mortgage rates will be as well. But if inflation continues to fall, mortgage rates will likely respond. And while there may be early signs inflation is easing as we round out the year, we're not quite out of the woods just yet. Inflation is still something to watch in 23. But right now, experts are factoring all of these things into their mortgage rate forecasts for next year. And if we average those forecasts together, experts say that we can expect rates to stabilize a bit more in 2023. Whether that's between 5.5% or 6.5%, it's hard for experts to say exactly where they'll land. But based on the average of their projections, a more predictable rate is likely ahead. That means that we'll start the year out about where we are right now, but we could see rates tick down if inflation continues to drop. As Greg McBride, Chief Financial Analyst of Bankrate, explains, mortgage rates could pull back meaningfully next year if inflation pressure eases. In the meantime, expect some volatility as rates will likely fluctuate in the weeks ahead. If we see inflation come back under control, that would be good news for the housing market. So what will happen to home prices next year? Home prices will always be defined by supply and demand. The more buyers and the fewer homes there are on the market, the more home prices will rise. And that's exactly what we saw during the pandemic. But this year things changed. We've seen home prices moderate and housing supply grow as buyer demand pulled back due to higher mortgage rates. The level of moderation has varied by local area, with the biggest changes happening in those overheated markets. But do experts think that will continue? The graph below shows the latest home price forecast for 2023. As the different colored bars indicate, some experts are saying that home prices will appreciate next year and others will come down. But again, if we take the average of all of the forecasts, then we can get a feel for what 2023 may hold. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. That means nationally we'll likely see relatively flat or neutral appreciation in 2023. As Lawrence Yun, Chief Economist of the National Association of Realtors, has said, after a big boom over the past 2 years, there will be essentially no change nationally. Half of the country may experience small price gains, while the other half may very well see slight price declines. So the bottom line is this: the 2023 housing market is going to be defined by mortgage rates, and rates will be determined by what happens with inflation. The best way to keep a pulse on what experts are projecting for next year is to lean on a trusted real estate advisor like me. So let's connect. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tap that bell so that you're notified the next time I post a video. Looking forward to seeing you again soon.